Hey, so yeah, this is my first vlog post after not too long, fortunately. I just felt I needed to get something off my mind. Well, actually there are a lot of things that I've been thinking about recently. One of the recent ones that I've kind of discussed with a friend of mine was regarding the war in Iraq. The fact that I guess some stupid guy at his work was talking about the fact that he didn't think that you could support the troops but not support the war. And his argument basically consisted of the fact of, well, you know, the troops are over there and they're doing what they know they want to do, so they feel, you know, if you don't support the war, then you're not supporting the troops. And that's stupid. It really is, because you can do both, and you can do one or the other. It's kind of hard to support the war and not support the troops. So you kind of support the war, you support the troops, but you can support the troops and hope that they get back okay, because you understand the fact that most of them probably don't even want to be over there. Most of them are probably really confused with what's going on. So, but you can still not like the war and not agree with the whole basis of the war. So, yeah, that was one thing. I don't know, I'm trying to think of other stuff that I have had on my mind recently. Oh my God, I hate this woman at work. Okay, complete dramatic moment. I hate this woman at work. She's driving me insane. She gets paid more than I do, and I've been having to show her how to resize windows inside of programs. It's an Adobe program, Adobe InDesign, and Adobe has toolboxes. And the toolboxes frequently cover up the content that you're actually working on. Not entirely, but a portion. She couldn't figure out how to move the box so that way she could actually get to the scroll bar, or God forbid, not even use the scroll bar and just use a little rolly wheel. Yeah, she couldn't figure out how to insert a row inside of a table. She couldn't figure out how to resize a table's bounding box, which is the box that contains it. Just all sorts of stuff. She's taken classes in it. I believe she took beginner, intermediate, and advanced classes in this program, and she can't figure out how to get it to work, and she has to ask me over, and I've never even taken a single class on it. I mean, I know I'm smart, but I mean, come on, seriously. Be realistic. Let's see. Oh, I've been talking to this friend of mine who's probably going to watch this. His name's Meerkat123. He's from Australia. He's from Wollongong. The hell kind of name is that? Like, seriously, Wollongong? You have to be drunk just to say it. But anyways, he's cool. He makes some cool videos. He made a Chef Meerkat video, which I'm actually gonna respond to because it's a crackhead video. But I won't say anything about it yet. But yeah, he's made a ton of videos, and I just noticed the other day that I was like at 123, so I was like, holy shit. So it was kind of surprising. Let's see, something serious. I'm reading this book on Stonewall, kind of getting familiar with what sort of stuff went on at the beginning of the whole gay revolution for civil rights and all that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping it's going to prove interesting. When I go to New York, I'm actually going to visit some of the places and kind of check out and see what they, you know, maybe a little history, you know, God forbid, outside of school. But there was something else that I had on my mind. I have lots of stuff on my mind that frequently just bugs me, and then it just eventually just flitters away. I can't remember the name of them. It's this small group of gay people, a small group of Christian people hate gay people. They feel that it is God's intent that basically that he wants them to carry out his judgment, because apparently he can't handle that himself. And apparently when he says in the Bible that judge not lest ye be judged, you know, worry about your own crap before you move on to someone else. Apparently they feel that doesn't apply to them because their lives are so perfect, although from what I hear they're inbred, so I'm not sure if that's the case necessarily. I don't know, it just frustrates me. A lot of stuff that people say about the whole Christian versus gay thing. This is getting the serious part, but I'm hoping I'm going to go in 10 minutes. But basically the gist of what I always get across is you can be Christian. You know, think whatever you want to think. You know, believe whatever you want to believe. But this country was founded on the basis that you have the right to believe whatever you want to believe. I have the right to believe whatever I want to believe. And nothing in government is going to have any relation to that. Nothing is, I mean, yes, there are some basic morals out there, and maybe Christians claim a monopoly on, you know, their faith bringing about all morals, but that's not the case. You can be moral and not have the threat of God and hell overhanging you to keep you in line. You can just do it for the sake of being good. Just do it for the sake of being a decent person. And they feel this, you know, necessity to judge other people. Lots of Christian people, these people in particular, even more so. I think one of the biggest problems that I've noticed is the fact that lots of Christian people can't follow their own book. Their own book says that God is love. Their own book says to love. They call themselves Christians, which means that they take guidance from the Old Testament, but that the New Testament is pretty much what leads them for the most part, because that's when, you know, Jesus Christ, the basis of Christianity, was founded. Yet they keep on referring back to these scriptures from before he was even around. That's not technically Christianity. That's a portion of it, and that's some background history, but Christianity started in the New Testament. And, you know, some of the stuff they don't even pay attention to is the fact, I mean, things like, it says in there basically, live your life, live a good life. If people ask you, witness to them. But aside from that, let your life be an example. Let other people see how wonderful your life is and go forward from there and make them interested. But if they're not interested, don't fuck with them. It basically says that. It basically says, don't even bother. It's pointless. What it's basically saying is that, you know, you're trying so hard to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. And that brings back to my original point, the fact that this country was based on the fact that we have religious freedom. We have the ability to believe in whatever we want to believe. So I can believe that there's Jesus. You don't have to believe that there's Jesus. I can follow certain rules and guidelines for my life, but you shouldn't have to. And the reverse is true. If you're a Christian, you shouldn't be forcing your beliefs on me. I understand you have basic moral tenets to your belief, but just because you believe that something is wrong, that something doesn't follow your beliefs, doesn't necessarily mean that I need to pay any attention to it whatsoever. The fact is, our country was based on the ability to have different beliefs. You can have your religious freedom, I can have my religious freedom. Yours doesn't impede on my rights. I enjoy the right to equality. Yet, for some reason, you don't believe that. A lot of the arguments that come up now in relation to, say, gay marriage have a lot to do with the fact that, you know, oh, it's going to destroy the very foundation of marriage. A lot of the same arguments that were made back when interracial marriages were first introduced, when people started seeing them around and people started going, oh, it's from the devil. You know, that sort of crap. It's just the same fears rehashed for the next generation of people to hate, people to judge, people to... Unless we see someone else in pain, unless we know that there is someone else below us. Because as long as we're on the top rung or near the top rung of a ladder, then we feel good about ourselves. But the moment we start dropping down, it's no good. Anyways, that's it for this week, month, whatever. I'll see how soon I post this. I'll try and post it tomorrow night, just because I have to edit it tomorrow night and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'll see you later. Bye.